Hey everyone, I'm back with a haul video of some stuff I picked up the past week. Some pretty cool stuff here, so we'll just jump right in. Unfortunately, some of it's already sold, so you may actually see the sold video before you see this, depending on how I put all the hauls together, so sorry about that. One thing I got is this Raider starter jacket. I don't think I've showed you guys this yet. New Haven. It's not a chalk line or anything. Still super cool. Got the old school patches. Bought it from a storage unit guy I buy from. One problem with the starter jacket. Boom. Embroidered on the back. Obviously that's not ideal. I picked it up for 10 bucks basically, or that's what I figure I paid for it. Still worth a shot for me. I've seen a couple sell for like 35 or 40 that have a lot of damage. This one's actually in pretty good shape aside from that. I mean, there's a little bit of wear. You can see the starter's kind of peeling up a little bit, but I grabbed it for 10. We'll take a chance. I love sports stuff anyway, so it's super cool to have, but look out for the starter satin jackets. They do well. Here's a Pumbaa. He was 4 bucks. He comes with the little bugs in his mouth. He's pretty cool. Some little cracking to the tusks here. They usually sell for like 20 to 30. So I'm going to try to get 30 for him if I can. I'll probably just hold out for a while. He's cool to have in the inventory. I do well. I just sold a Sebastian big plush I spent 5 bucks on. I sold him for 38. It took quite a few months, but eventually they will sell if they're good quality ones. So this one is, I listed high. Maybe we'll get lucky for Christmas, or if not, maybe someone will come through with like a 30 or 35 offer. I list them at 40 or best offer, so we'll see how we do there. This is a Harley Davidson cooler, super cool radio in there. I paid 7 bucks for it. The guy said it was in good shape. I looked inside, there were some stains, but I didn't realize there was actually a tear in the lining here, and then one in the top part of the same area of the lining. So something they had in there at that part of the bag must have ripped it or punctured it. The radio does work. There was a little tiny bit of corrosion when I first saw it. I knew that, but I cleaned it up and the radio works fine. So because of the tear, I think I will only get like 30 to 45 shipped for it, so not a whole lot. I'll probably make my money back. It's not that heavy, so shipping won't be too bad. I've seen one go for like 65 plus shipping or something like that, and the other ones are listed at like 85 plus shipping, or I think 80 ships. So I think I listed mine like 60 or 55 or best offer, but honestly it's probably going to be towards like 40 if I get lucky and it sells. So this is really cool. And also want to kind of give you guys some info on license plates. This is a 56 California plate. It's got a pretty cool tag, FSA, with an 800 on there with the 2 zeros. So that's kind of cool, a little bit more desirable than some of the other ones. But what makes license plates great, aside from age, and motorcycle plates can do really well, and depending on what it is, but another thing is if you have the pair. So if you have a California 56 FS 800 and another one that's the exact same, those ones usually go for 100 plus. I've seen them go as high as 300 for this year with 2 matching. So, and if you get something really cool with the numbers or letters, if it spells something, or it's just like a cool, I guess, sequence of letters and numbers, sometimes people will pay big money. I've seen them go for over 300. Not recently, but a long time ago they used to. So look out for that if you can find 2 plates that are older that match. I'm talking like usually pre-60. That's kind of when you want to be looking for them. So I paid 10 for this one though. It's got some warping. It's got, some rust and some damage, but I honestly think I should be able to get minimum 35, upwards of 60 if I wait for the right person. So happy with that. Plus that's just super cool again to have in the inventory. Here's a Craftsman charger, paid 6 bucks. This is a nice one, 45-minute quick charger. It should go for like 30 to 40. And I'll probably ship in maybe for 8 bucks or something like that, so not too bad. Here's a Dream Machine. I've sold this one many times. Actually only like 2 or 3 times, but it seems to come up a lot, and it usually is a pretty good seller. This one's a CD player. It does work. Paid 3 bucks at a garage sale. That should go for probably 35 or so. I think I listed mine for 35 or 40 shipped, so I usually list mine a little higher and just sit on it, and eventually it sells. Walkman, paid $1. It does work. No CD or no headset or anything, but it does work fine. Another Walkman, paid $1. I haven't tested this one yet, but I did buy one other Walkman. I forgot to bring it out. It's a Panasonic. Actually, two other Panasonic ones. One's a cassette, one's a CD player, and hopefully they work. They'll probably be like that 15 to 20, 25 range. Let's see, as 3DS here. I paid $30 for this, so paid up for it. It's the Cosmo black one. It's not the XL. It's probably worth about $65 or so shipped. So I paid up. It's in great shape. It came with a Donkey Kong 3DS, which is right here. So that's why I paid the full $30 for. He wanted $35. I offered him $25. We ended up coming back at $30. But with this game, this sells for like $12 or $13, so that'll make some of that money back too. This is really cool. He already sold. It's a polar bear by Safari. I don't know if you guys will be able to read that. Safari LT. This, whoops, for whatever reason, this one that stands. Sorry about that. The other polar bears don't do as well, but this one that's standing up, I sold him within a couple hours for $23 or $22 shipped. I paid $3 for him. I knew he was pretty good. He's got a little discoloration too, but overall he's in pretty good shape, and he'll probably ship in a padded flat rate. So I'll probably make like $8 on him, which is pretty good for one little figure. All these window kits here. We'll move Pumbaa for a second. These are duck indoor shrink film window kits. There's actually 6. 5 of them are sealed, 1's opened. I paid $5 for all of them. They were in a box at a garage sale. They were the guy's daughters, and he didn't know what to do with them. He said he wanted a couple bucks each. I said, honestly, because they've been sitting in this box, they're a little dusty, I could do $1 a piece for the 5 that are sealed. He said, sure, and then he threw in the one that was opened. They go for like 13 to 15 shipped for one, and they are a little heavier, probably more than first class. So I allotted all 5 together, and I'm going to hope to get like 60 for them, and then I'll still make money there with the shipping, so we'll be okay. A bunch of video game stuff turned out to be a really good deal for me, but kind of a sad story too. My son and I went to the first sale on Saturday. He goes garage selling with me usually when he's here with me, and then we went and I was like looking for anything cool, and I turned the corner on a table and there were video games everywhere. A PS2, a Wii, and some DS stuff. I went down and I thought, oh, video games. And the lady heard me. She came over and she said, yeah, this is all we have left and that we could find in the house. And I asked her how much for all the PlayStation stuff, and she was, well, for all the PlayStation, maybe $20. It was a PS2 fat one with a couple controllers, the games that are here, plus a bunch of other games. There was a Wii, and then a couple of DS games. And she said, I said, what about for everything? And she said, well, if you wanted everything, you know, I could do another 10, so $30 for everything. So I jumped on it and said, sure. Then we go to pay. You know, I've paid her what she asked for, and she goes, yeah, these were my son's. He died of cancer. It was really sad. And she said he liked to play these, and we don't need him anymore, but for a while there, it was really fun for him. So kind of felt a little just torn, because I was like, man, it's a really good deal for me. I've paid her what she wanted. It's still a pretty fair price, and I'm not going to get rich on it, but it was just sad to hear that her son died of cancer, obviously, and he must not have been that old, maybe a little bit older than I am. So super sad. I hope he's, you know, up there looking down and not too upset about this, but I will be selling the games, and some already have sold. So we'll go through Golden Sun. That was 15. I probably get 15 on that. This already sold. Digimon World 2 for 35 today. Dark Cloud 2, maybe 10 for the disc. This Final Fantasy Black Label 7 already sold for $23 or $24. That sold today too. This Final Fantasy maybe like 15. This one actually probably won't sell. This one will probably go for like 30. This one right here probably like 10, or maybe actually more like 15. I think I listed it for. Sonic is probably about 10. This one's probably like 10 or 12. This one's probably like 13. This one's probably 10. And that one probably 20, Super Smash. As well as Metroid Zero Mission, which usually goes for like 25 to 30. Pokemon Conquest usually goes for like 20. And again, a whole box full of other games. So I paid 30 plus the system, 2 systems. The Wii has aftermarket controller, so that doesn't really help, but the PS2 should work fine. Overall, a really good deal for me. Again, it's kind of a sad story too, but hopefully, I mean, the lady was super nice, and like I said, I paid her what she wanted, so hopefully she's cool with that. And he's cool with that if he's up there looking down on us. But still, awesome deal there. And again, sorry to put that kind of sad part of it, but it kind of caught me off guard when she told me that. I'm sure some of you have dealt with similar situations. But and then on another sale, I got a bunch of old Nikes, little kids ones. They were $1 a piece. I don't know how old they are. If anyone knows about these, I'm not really an expert on Nikes. You can kind of tell though by the tag, they look pretty old. They're definitely worn. These ones are some flyers, PF flyers. They're super cool, I think, you know, just to see little kids rocking these. Again, $1. And this one, I had the other one, but it fell into another box, and I just didn't grab it. But I don't know what years they are. This one looks to be a little bit newer than the other two. I'm trying to see maybe the tag there. So yeah, I paid $1. I assume they're worth at least 10. Maybe someone would collect these or something. We'll see. And then lastly, at least what I'm showing is a Star right here, traction machine. You put your neck in there and you strap your forehead down, and it has a little air pump, which I'll show you guys. Right here, you pump that, and then it kind of moves the machine up and down where your neck is. Honestly, it's a pretty cool little machine. I guess people do it that have neck surgery, stuff like that. They might use that. It was at a estate sale, second day. Everything was half off. I bought the shoes at the same place. And I was in the garage, and it was just in this bag. And the bag was open, but the flap was down, so you couldn't really see inside. I was just curious, pulled it up, thought maybe it was like, I didn't see the name on it. I thought, oh, maybe it's like a big video camera or something. Lifted it up, it was in there, I looked it up. These go for like 100 plus shipped. I'm going to try to get like one, even 50 maybe for mine. It's in really good shape. The bag's beat up, but the system or unit's really good. So that was cool. Always a reminder, make sure you look into things like that. If you see a bag, open it up, see what's in there. You never know what you might find. And for 10 bucks, it seems like it's going to be a pretty good deal. So that's everything. Hope you guys enjoy. If you are a shoe expert, definitely let me know, because I need to know a little bit more about those. Or if you need pictures or something, I'll find a way to get them to you so we can find out, you know, what they are. If they're any value. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not worth anything, or maybe they're not as old as I think. But sure look pretty cool. So again, hope you guys enjoy, and take care. Hey everyone, here's a little bit of a haul for some stuff that I picked up this weekend, the weekend of Thanksgiving. Not everything I picked up by showing here, but just some of the cool or interesting things. Not a whole lot of sales because of the holiday, I think, plus the weather here was a little bit overcasty. There was initially rumors of rain, but it never came on Saturday, so I think it kind of deterred people from having sales, but I did manage to pick up a couple things, so we'll take a look. Starting off, this is a Built Explorer helmet. I don't usually buy or deal in helmets, especially if they're used. This one has the original tag on it. The guy said he bought it. He wore it one time just to try it out. Didn't like it. Was going to return it or something, but he never did. It looks like minty. Just a little bit of dust on it, but honestly, it's really good shape. One sold for like 90 plus shipping, I think, and then one sold for like 50. They listed as new other. I'm hoping I paid 20 for this. It's a lot, but these are, as you can see, well, maybe you can see 200. Brand new. I'm hoping I can get like 80 to 100 on this. Some of the other ones weren't as nice as mine. Even though them as new, like they had a couple of scratches on them and stuff. So mine looks pretty minty. It does come with the cover for it too, the little carrying bag. So we'll see. Paid 20. Again, I don't usually deal with that, but hopefully we'll do okay. These are little Waterloo Prairial System figures. So these before, I got them from a storage unit guy, and I went back to a storage unit sale, and he had a bunch more of these. Well, 4 more of these. The last time I sold like 4 or 5 of them, and I got on 2 different sales, I got like 45 bucks from the same buyer. I listed these for like 48 or something for all 4 of them, so I'm hoping that guy will come around. I probably should message him and see if he's interested and see if he would want to buy me, give him a better deal too, but I probably have $1 each in those, so not too much. Here's a pretty cool Coca-Cola like vintage, I guess retro phone. It's not vintage, I don't think, but as you can see, it's got Ware on the sides here. I bought this from my friend. He got it out of a storage unit. Some of them have sold for as high as 190 shipped, so they can go well. Others are down towards the like low hundreds. I paid 40 for it. He had it at 50 at the beginning. I went to a sale in the beginning of the day, bought a couple things. He had it at 50. I came back later. He said 40 is the lowest he's going to go, or he's going to try to sell it to somebody else who already offered him like 75, but she didn't have the money right away, but he was just going to take 40 from me up front, otherwise he'll just wait to get more. So I ended up jumping on it. I'm hoping to get 150 for it or so, even though it does have some wear. If I get 150 even with shipping and everything, it'll be a bit heavy, not too heavy, but just kind of bulky. So I'll probably still end up paying 30 something to ship it, but there's still some room there. Over here, these bar chimes also bought from the same guy. These were $3. These Latin percussion. Look these up. Latin percussion bar chimes. They kind of look like that. I'm not gonna take them out, but it's a pain. But some of these go brand new, like 100 and something. So I'm hoping for like 30 to 40 used. A couple of smalls. Harry Potter paid $5. This is a CD set. Order of the Phoenix. This sells, I think, for like 20 to 30. That's what I usually get. So for $5, medium mail shipping, that's cool. Here's a Game Boy Advance SP. You can see the hinge is busted there, which I knew. Paid $5 for it. This is the model you want to look for, the AGS 101. There's one that's also like AGS, I think 001. Not as good. Still worth picking up if it's cheap enough, but the AGS 101, this one sold for $55 shipped. It does work with the damaged hinge, so that was cool. I paid $5 for that. Here's a Guitar Hero Red Octane Les Paul receiver for PS3, I believe. You want to look out for these. They look like this. These alone sell for like $30. I bought this for like $1, but I didn't even realize the USB part is kind of, I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it's kind of like deformed. So I'm going to take some pliers and try to make some adjustments slowly, but we'll see. It was only $1. I'm sure it's worth at least 10 even broken. Maybe someone will want it, but they do really well if you can get them. I don't know if I showed you these two patches. The LA County Fair is probably nothing, but this Harley Davidson patch is pretty cool. It says "Till Death Do Us Part." I don't know if that's for the year 69. I'm not sure, but I saw some similar to this go for as high as 35. I listed mine for like 45 or best offer. I already got one offer of 20 right off the bat the minute it was listed. So I think I'm on the ballpark. Probably that 30 range is going to be the max I can get. So we'll list it. We'll wait for an offer to come through. This was thrown in with when I bought all those guys too. So that was cool. These three things are one of the coolest finds. They're vintage Snap-on. You can kind of see Snap-on right there. Right there. Hammers. They're body hammers. So like for doing car repairs. I paid $1 a piece for these. They were with the Game Boy. And I should get anywhere from 30 to 50 for each one. So that was super cool. Here's some I really stepped out on. It's a distributor for a Chevy V8. The guy, I talked to him, he installed it on his car thinking the distributor was bad. Turned out that it wasn't, so he tried to start it one time. It still wouldn't start or run right. So then he pulled it out because he was going to return it, and he forgot to return it. So it's all in here. It's like minty condition. So I think I paid $45 for this, which I had to pay up for, but I think I can still get $150. So I really didn't want to pay that much, but I kind of just, I guess, wanted to learn a little bit about it. So we'll see how I do. I definitely won't lose, because some of them that are just completely used still went for like 60, 70 bucks, so I could at least break even. I'm hoping to get, you know, that 150 range for this one, so we'll see. This was cool. It's a Bob Dylan mono recordings, a bunch of his albums. It's missing one disc, unfortunately. I paid $10 for it. They're listed for like $180. They sell more for like $50 to $80, depending on which, you know, the condition. I listed it without the disc because I couldn't find the exact disc online available for cheap enough. So I'm hoping that I'll still get like 40 for it. For 10 bucks is cool. Paid $12 for the Super Bowl DVD set. 3 of them are sealed. 1 of them's not. You can tell it's kind of beat up there. Hoping to get 40 on that. Had to overpay. I bought it with the Bob Dylan stuff. It's got a ton of media, all kinds of DVDs and CDs and, you know, different kinds of albums and all kinds of stuff. I thought he might be like an Amazon seller, but he said he wasn't. I asked him. He said he just has a lot of this stuff. He could have been lying to me, but who knows. So his prices were a little bit high, but I jumped on that. I think I'll still get 40 for that. 2 shop manuals here. This one probably only like 15 bucks, the Dodge Durango one. This Honda one, they were $1 each. This Honda one, it's for a multi-years from 2003 to 2015, so it has a nice, covers a lot of wide spectrum there. On that one I should get probably like 25, 34, so that's pretty cool. Some other books here. This is the one I really encourage you to look out for, this set, A History of US. It's by, like, her name's Joy Hakim, I guess. Hakim. I bought these at our library. They have a Saturday sale. They were 75 cents each, except for the hardcover down here was $150. So whatever that ends up being. It's missing book 6, unfortunately. If it had it, I probably could have got 80 shipped, 85 shipped maybe. Without it, I'll probably get more like 60 or 65 maybe, because it's not complete. But someone will come around and buy it. If you can hear my son in the background, my wife's doing laundry, and he got put down for a second, so he's whining, so I apologize. Here's another set, the complete history of our presidents. I couldn't find this one. Just looked pretty good quality, so I picked it up for 11 bucks for all of them. So we'll see how we do. Can't really be sure yet. It's made by a company called Rourke, R-O-U-R-K-E. A lot of their other stuff does sell, so I put homeschool in the title, everything I could. We'll see how we do on those. This is a lineman, like little telephone thing. Paid $5 for it. I know some of these sell really well, but I can't test it, so maybe we'll get 15 or 20. We'll see. We'll clean it up and see what we can do. This is a Vital Wrap system, brand new in the package. I have the box, but it's all beat up. There's the tube. There's also a little pad thing you use to attach to wherever you want to cool off. It was missing the power cord, but I ordered the exact one for $5 on eBay, shipped. So that was cool. I paid probably like 20 bucks for that. It wasn't a big deal. Once I get that cord, I'll be 25. I should get probably 80 to 100 for it. So pretty cool. I thought the cord was in there when I bought it, but it turned out it wasn't. And then lastly, old staple T84 Plus, the pink one. Paid 10 bucks for this on Facebook. Saw it come up right away. I was like the first person to message her. Told her I could pick it up the next morning. Was doing some things for work, then had my lunch break. So I was driving over to get her, and I was running a little late, and she almost sold to somebody else, but I messaged her and said no. She messaged me, and I didn't see the message, and she said, if you don't respond, I'm going to sell it to the next person. And I was driving, and then I got there, and I told her I was here. She goes, oh, I was just telling somebody to come pick it up. So I lucked out on that one. On those Facebook and OfferUp deals, you really have to be quick, because there's a lot of people out there looking. So that worked out for me. Paid 10 for it. I should get 55, 60, 65 for it shipped, so pretty good there. Hope you guys enjoy. A lot of stuff. Sorry for any rambling, and I might have more on the back end of this. I'm not sure yet, but if not, thank you, and take